He is SNL's longest-serving cast member, 20 seasons and counting, bringing weekly laughs as everyone from Steve Harvey, Al Sharpton, Big Papi to characters like DeAndre Cole and Lorenzo McIntosh. Now, Emmy-winning comedian Kenan Thompson is looking for the next generation of talent. His Young Stars 360 National Talent Search is coming to LA this weekend, part of a 12-city tour showcasing child stars age 5 to 17.
With more on season 13 of the Young Stars 360 National Talent Search, we are joined by the man himself, Kenan Thompson. Thank you. You're an absolute hysterical delight. My favorite character you play is Big Papi. I'm so happy to meet you tonight.
Happy to meet you as well. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, shout out to the Young Stars. Let's get that new generation going.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more. Yes, season 13, but maybe not everyone knows about it. So what can people expect when you come here to Los Angeles this weekend?
Well, I personally won't be able to make it, but my partners will be there. My main business partner, Cherie, is the one who really has an eye for talent. She's discovered lots and lots of people over the years, and she's highly connected on the, stand-up comedy scene and stuff like that as far as discovering talent is concerned. And we joined forces, like 13 years ago to try to do sort of a reach back and introduction to people that can help, take people's careers to the next level.
Well, and a lot of us of a certain age remember you, of course, from all that and think of you as a child star. You were sort of our SNL before we watched SNL, and now you've been on SNL the entire time we've watched SNL. But take us back to those early days for you, because you say that you probably could have used something like this as a kid. It wasn't that easy.
Absolutely. When I was starting out as a kid, it was my brother and I remember us taking our headshot at Sears. And then looking through the phone book for an agent and stuff like that. I have to explain to kids what phone books are these days. But yeah, that's how it was. And, it was a much slower process. It took us years and years before we got our first audition and stuff like that. And we kind of just learned it on the fly. So it would have been, really advantageous if we had some sort of thing like this that would, come around and introduce us to people that could help speed up that process for sure.
And we're looking at some video now of Good Burger 2, which is coming to Paramount Plus. Of course, we remember you doing Good Burger back in the day, starting in 1994. Now you're back with Kel Mitchell. Tell us a little bit about that and what that process feels like to be back in that space.
So exciting. Such a blessing. I haven't been able to work with my brother on a large capacity in a long time, so this is just very exciting for both of us. And I think it's exciting for the fans. We finally get to revisit something that's so beloved and hopefully, continue the story in a good way where, everybody is happy with it and just bring more laughs and stuff like that. So I know Kel is going to bring it. He's, one of the funniest people on the planet to me. So I'm just looking forward to spending a lot of time with him and just creating some brand new, really, really funny moments. Look at this video. It's so funny.
Well, you've certainly spent a lot of time at SNL. As already mentioned, you are the longest-serving cast member, 20 seasons, basically about half your life. Look at that. What keeps you...
Back when Raising the Roof was a thing.
Raise the Roof.
Yeah, exactly.
What keeps you going on that show? What keeps you motivated?
It changes, the show is always constantly different. It's a brand new show every week. So, all of a sudden you pick your head up and 20 years has gone by. But the fact that it's different all the time, and I'm surrounded by insanely talented and brilliant people on all fronts, whether it's the writing staff, producers, hair, makeup, wardrobe, our crew, it's like a giant family of highly focused individuals. And they've been doing it for generations. So it was just, an easy fit for me once I started to fit in, basically.
Yeah, we're looking at you as Big Papi, and of course, What's Up With That, some of the other things. We see some of the SNL legends there, Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock. And I'm curious, though, are there any characters that you weren't able to play because they were cut, but you always wish that you were able to play, or something that was so weird that it didn't make it, but you thought was hilarious?
There were things that have been cut that I thought was hilarious. I tried out for Weekend Update. I don't know how hilarious I was in my Weekend Update audition because I didn't get it. I remember doing that. And that was like a kind of a nervous moment once I was already kind of established at the show, which was weird. But, it was still fun to pretend to be one of the anchors, at least for the audition. But yeah, a lot of ideas, fall by the wayside, and you try not to get discouraged, but it's highly emotional, and that's kind of what makes it stressful. But we're in the trenches kind of together. So if you can remember that you're not alone and you can lean on individuals to, hopefully elevate your ideas and stuff like that, it's all for the better.
Well, we were just seeing you getting your star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame that just happened last year. Congratulations. And that's pretty remarkable that your star is right next to Lorne Michaels.
Crazy. It was like halfway covered up, so we were stepping all over his star that day.
Before we let you go and before we tease the big program coming up on Saturday, can I get a little Big Papi?
Oh, absolutely. You got to have a big lunch. We have mofongo, chupichuelas, guasacaca con queso frito.
Guasacaca con queso frito. You are the best. The Young Stars 360 Experience Talent Showcase and Summit comes to the Hollywood Hard Rock Cafe this Saturday. Shows at 9 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m. Tickets are still available at youngstars360.com. Kenan Thompson, thank you for all the laughs over the years. Keep it going.
My pleasure. And shout out to the Hard Rock. We really appreciate their partnership on this, and we look forward to continuing into the future. Thank y'all so much for your time.
Thanks, Kenan.